too.
Yeah, hopefully the race is that exciting. That was quite a run.
I just got to share the link to the stream before I hop into the grid.
I am going to try and take it easy in turn 1.
As of that.
I just want to come out alive. How the fuck did you run a 113? Balls out.
It was plow through the start-finish line and then plow into the wall in turn 1 as hard as you can.
There's a flag. It's over.
All right, this is going to be the scariest turn of the whole race.
Whole season.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, everybody.
I'm already puckering up thinking about it.
Yeah, real easy. I'm nauseous.
The nice thing about starting last is there's nobody behind me to hit me.
Good evening, race
That's
fans.
true.
Welcome to race
What I'm
number
worried about.
4 of the Wednesday Night Dash Series. We are live here from Watkins Glen International as the guys will be taking lefts and rights here tonight on this 7-turn road course up in New York. I went out there and made a few laps myself here pre-race, and it took me 3 attempts to even complete a lap without wrecking the thing, because these next-gen cars are not easy to handle on these road course tracks, despite what they might have been advertised as. So Chad Winstead has won all 3 races thus far into the season. He's going to start on pole tonight, and actually Mark Vickers has finished second in all 3 races, and he's going to start second tonight. I'm Kendall Kerr. I'm your announcer. I will not be starting third. It'll be Justin Neves in the 82. Starting fourth is going to be Zach Bowles. Fifth is going to be Erik Richardson. 6th, Eric Blum. And starting 7th tonight is going to be DJ Fluck. So only 7 guys adventured out here to make the lefts and rights, but I feel like this is going to be a race of survival.
Pushing it pretty hard.
Also, without my partner in crime, Tyler Snyder, tonight, so we'll certainly be missing him, but we'll do the best we can to fly solo on this thing. Let's take a look at the point standings here after 3 races. Of course, Chad Winstead is your points leader thus far. Mark Vickers in second. See Eric Blum third. Justin Neves is fourth. Erik Richardson fifth. Sixth right now is Zach Bowles, but he has been quick almost every week. Seventh is DJ Fluck. Bernard Pollard currently sits eighth. Ninth is Justin Wexberg. And I don't know why his name's on there twice, but 10th is Kyle Fluck.
Why didn't Kendall connect? I feel bad stealing his third place.
Eric, I recall in NASCAR 98 getting to this track and just be like, let's skip it.
Long pace lap here tonight. They'll be behind the Porsche.
Yeah, I've never done a competitive NASCAR road race before, so it should be.
Tried to get a track map on here for us, but
beginning of all this,
didn't want to seem to cooperate with sim racing apps.
Now than when we first did this.
Yeah, this is definitely my first road course race.
If you go back in the archives, you can see like up through the S's, we could just floor it, not have to worry about anything.
I think it'd be really useful to have a track map, so I might try to do that.
I just can't get it to turn. I feel like it just wants to plow every time I turn. I cranked my force feedback setting up stuff to like 48, and now it's like I have control again.
I'm going to apologize in advance if I bump anybody.
Green, green, green.
The green flag is out. I'm going to keep my camera on exciting. As we'll all head into turn number 1. Zach Bowles dives it in there deep. But thus far, they all survive it. Oh, I hear a little bit of contact back there. Blum's around, Neves is around. And we got 3 cars battling for the lead. Chad Winstead rocking that Brad Keselowski violent defense paint scheme. Zach Bowles trying to keep pace with him. I really do think the key to this race is going to be just keeping all 4 wheels on the racetrack. Through the bus stop here. Pretty clean lap here for the front 3. You can tell these guys have been putting in some practice. This track is not easy to drive. Hard left-hander, that's turn number 6, and into the final turn number 7 here, the right-hander to come back across the flag stand. And you got to get hard on the brakes right here. Oh, Bowles overshoots it, and he's into the wall.
Running her wide, baby.
I think that's going to be a consistent theme that we'll see. Move Erik Richardson into 3rd.
Sorry guys, it hit me in the neck. I don't know what it was, and it freaked me out so bad I crashed.
Darn mosquitoes.
No, that did not work. It's really having a hard time with these track maps. It's unfortunate because I really do think it would be helpful to see the track map up there and see where all the cars are. But we'll keep messing with that and try and get it straight. Still Chad Winstead leading the field. Mark Vickers currently about 2 seconds back. We see Eric Blum and Justin Neves have already hit pit road. See DJ Fluck trying to make a move right now, going around the 82 car. And now Zach Bowles trying to make a move back to the inside of Erik Richardson. See who can outbrake who into the bus stop. Looks to be Bowles. Focus now on DJ Fluck. Looks like Mark Vickers really ate into Chad Winstead's lead that time by knocked it down to, at one point there, it was less than 2 seconds. Really want to get the camera back to the leaders, but there they are. There's the gap from first to second. Why don't we ride around this facility here for a lap with Mark Vickers in the 84 car here. We'll be able to see how he maintains the gap. All right. See Chad Winstead up ahead. You cross the start-finish line, going through the gears. Want to get on the brakes there before that caution light. Make sure you're pretty hard on the brakes here. Ease it back up. This is the most sketchy part of the track, I think, right now with this setup. You're about half throttle up through the gears here in third. Got to be careful not to swing it too wide. High speed section here. And then you really want to get the most out of the car into the bus stop here. Vickers does a nice job there through that section. Coming down through the carousel. Another sketchy area. You got to be so careful on the throttle right here. Of course, the new Watkins Glen scan has been added here. It gives you a little bit more runoff area. Back through the downshifts, the hard turn 6. And right back past the pit lane for turn number 7. That's a lap around Watkins Glen. Nicely done there by our runner-up runner right now, Mark Vickers. That's a 1:15.3 on the board. So 6 laps into this one, it's still been all Chad Winstead. Mark Vickers doing a nice job, though. We did see Zach Bowles have that one incident, but he's been able to recover and get back up to third. Whoa, Chad was way out of control there.
84's hurting, limping back to the pit. Let me know when you're coming up.
And something must have happened to Mark Vickers. Oh no, he's missing his whole front clip. I'm sitting here, I got the camera on, exciting, and it somehow missed a crash. So I don't understand how that happened. But let's take a look at the replay here. No, it was. Yeah, he had already crashed at that point. Yep. Just gets a little loose over. Oh! Actually got stuck in the fence. And he'll hit pit road and use a faster pair. So that's going to give second spot to Zach Voles. They're 22 seconds apart, him and Chad Winstead currently. Right now we're looking at Erik Richardson as well as Justin Neves coming up through the more sketchy area of the track. Neves just one lap down. Seems to be a little bit quicker than Richardson right now, but he also has fresher tires after making that pit stop. Well, Chad Winstead can breathe a little bit now. He doesn't have Mark Vickers breathing down his neck. It's going to allow him to drive with even more caution. He still must be the closest two cars on the track. It looks like Erik Richardson's just going to kind of let Neves go. Pretty wise decision, as both DJ Fluck and Erik Richardson have done a nice job keeping the car on track, keeping it in one piece, and it's certainly going to pay dividends at the end of this race. They can maintain that all 25 laps.
You're way faster than me. I'll let you overtake me.
And you heard him on the radio there. DJ just kind of getting out of the way there of Mark Vickers. Mark's got fresh tires as well as the fast repair after tearing the front end of the car up there earlier. Looks like the 67 of Eric Blum has had enough of these rights and lefts. He has retired the Miller machine. There's your leader, Chad Winstead. We've seen plenty of that 6 car out front all season long, as he has been the dominator thus far. Winning all 3 races, trying to make it a perfect 4 for 4. With 4 different paint schemes as well. Interesting that he's running the Brad Keselowski scheme and kind of number, but he's actually running the Chris Buescher version of it with the yellow number that he ran last week instead of the Brad's. Brad's got the fluorescent purple number 6, which I think is pretty cool. Or I said fluorescent, but I meant shiny. It's like chromed purple. Looks really good. Almost halfway done. You guys are doing a pretty good job. Right now, it's actually Zach Bowles that's the fastest car on the track. He's actually been able to eat into Chad Winstead's lead. I know they're on a couple different areas of the track, and maybe Bowles was in a faster section there, but had he not slid off track and smacked into the tire barriers there at the beginning, I think Bowles would be right with Winstead right now. But like we mentioned at the start of the broadcast, I'm not sure what's going on with sim racing apps here tonight. I'm gonna just start it over, so bear with me. There it goes. Still looking at Chad Winstead, ran a 1:16.3 on the last time by. Closing in on the car of DJ Fluck. Right now you're on the rear bumper of DJ's car. Looking back towards our leader, Chad Winstead. Chad really made up some time there through the fast section. DJ's just gonna pull over and let him go on by.
Sure.
So now there's just 4 cars on the lead lap. I mean, at this point, Chad could almost make a mistake and pit and get away with the mistake. So we see the halfway mark. Ooh. Got a little loose there, but able to gather it up. And as Chad Winstead here comes off turn number 7, he's going to put lap 13 on the board. It's going to leave us with 11 laps to go. Zach Bowles kind of maintaining at this point. He's not gaining or losing any time to our leader. Winstead is going to have to deal with the lap car right in front of him again here. Meanwhile, Mark Vickers has reeled in Erik Richardson. So this is a battle for third right now.
Alright, I can't challenge you.
Eric's just going to let them on by. Nothing changed up front. Chad Winstead still running 116s. That's pretty impressive. 15 laps into these tires. Right now we're looking at DJ Fluck. Now the camera's already panned to Zach Bowles. Looks like Bowles lost a little bit of time there at some point because he went from being about 18 seconds back to almost 22. Yeah, I don't know if I would trust sim racing apps 100% tonight. It's been a little funky.
So much I could chip off a 33-second deficit.
Go ahead and take me.
Don't just stop, bro. It's okay. You could just keep your line. I don't need you to help me.
Like DJ Fluck there pulled off to let the 53 go. Good to see Eric Blum's back out there on the track. Oh, a little bit of an issue there in turn one. Oh no! Speaking of issues, we see DJ go around. Did not hit anything though. Did a good job keeping it off the wall.
Well, everyone finally got me. Fortunately, I kept it out of the wall.
Just have to cool off the tires the next couple turns here. Chad Winstead put a 1:15.5 up last time by. That's impressive. I know we're only at 8 to go, but still quite a lot of turns to go. 56 more turns, opportunities to where car can get out from under you. As we see Zach Bowles hit the pit lane, he's had enough of his Goodyear Eagles and wants some freshies on there. I think everyone's good to go on gas to the end of this race, so it's really going to be more about tire.
45-second penalty, dude. Are you kidding me? I accidentally made it into pit lane.
And apologize for that language that slipped through there on the radio transmissions.
Why did my penalty just go from 15 seconds to 45 seconds to a minute? Can you wipe this? Because I don't know why it's doing this. I got a random ass penalty.
7 laps to go here. Chad Winstead puts another 1:16.1 on the board.
It's like broken. God damn it, that just ruined my race. Went from fucking second to fourth.
See Zach Bowles still in the pit lane. Must have been busted for speeding. Not really sure what he was talking about with the penalty there.
The penalty was so bullshit.
I don't know know that I've ever seen it do that, so it's something to take up with the admins. But so that's going to put Mark Vickers in his familiar spot of second place. And Erik Richardson still doing a nice job holding on to third. I might even move DJ up to fourth. See Justin Neves hit the pit lane once more.
Or inside.
Play yours.
Well, we're in a familiar spot, aren't we? We've got Chad Winstead out front, Mark Vickers in second, and we're in the closing laps where Chad, really, as long as he doesn't make a big mistake, he's probably going to hold on once again. I think the biggest tip of the cap is going to go to Erik Richardson, though. I mean, you can tell he put the time into practice and showed up here prepared for the 7-turn course here at Watkins Glen. Currently sitting on a podium spot. That'll do wonders for him in the points if he can hang on to third. Something else must have happened to Vickers. We lost all kinds of time to our leader there. Five more times around the circuit, Chad Winstead. He puts another 1:15.8 up on the board. That's so impressive he's able to put a 1:15 on with this old of tires, but we've seen it a little bit with the league I run in, the Highline Racing League, that the next-gen cars don't seem to have the same amount of tire fall-off as the Xfinity cars or the ARCA cars or some of the others. And I wonder if it really has more to do with they just don't have the data yet from the real-life races to be able to accurately display tire fall-off yet. That or maybe Goodyear has just kind of been conservative with the first couple of tires they brought to the track and kind of brought a harder compound. Not sure, but that's been our biggest holdup to switch into these cars. They're a lot of fun to drive, but just don't quite have the tire fall off that, you know, say the Xfinity car does right now. So we'll be interesting to see what happens to the development of these cars over the next few weeks and months on the iRacing servers. I know they've actually got another update slated for tomorrow, so heck, might be something in there. It's the beauty of iRacing. Everything's always changing, upgrading, and being improved and updated. So Erik Richardson does go a lap down to our leader, Chad Winstead. Maybe he'll tuck in behind the 6 car and see if he can learn a thing or two here. Seems like Winstead's getting better and better as this race goes on. That's going to leave us with just 2 cars left on the lead lap. Right now it is the leader, Chad Winstead, as well as the 84 car, Mark Vickers. Oh, we see Chad Winstead make maybe his first mistake there. He swings it wide. He does do a good job gathering that thing up. Really only cost him maybe a second there. Cameras pan back to Mark Vickers, who's reeling in Eric Blum there, and right now our leader Winstead's reeling in DJ Fluck. Blum does a nice job just pulling off to the side and giving Vickers some room.
Go ahead, Chad, take it.
And DJ does the same to Chad. Winstead's going to cross the stripe this time by. 2 laps to go. 14 more corners to navigate for win number 4 on the season. Right now, Vickers is just hoping for either a blown tire or a complete misjudgment of a corner to the point where Chad Winstead would need a tow. We build up a 54-second lead. He could pretty well crush the car, get it to pit road, use this fast repair, and still be okay. So you're looking at Erik Richardson. Still running 3rd. As he starts to close in on his buddy DJ. Well, up front, it's all Chad Winstead. I was going to say, I don't know how easy he's taking it. He ran a 1:15.6 last time by. That's pretty quick. I mean, if I'm Chad in this scenario, I'm probably running a 1:17 on this lap. Just nurse the thing home and secure the victory. See him take it through the carousel one last time. Use the runoff area, and he's got 2 more turns to go. And out of turn number 7. Chad Winstead's going to conquer Watkins Glen and make it 4 for 4 on the season. Plenty of room down in that area to do some burnouts. And he's not wasting any time with them either.
Nice one, Chef.
And it looks like for the 4th week in a row, Mark Vickers is going to end up 2nd. That's pretty unbelievable.
To just, keep wrecking, but otherwise, man, it's pretty clean.
Well, hats off to these guys. I think they did a really nice job. I don't know what these guys have got to do to
flipping spun out alone. Bunch of bullshit.
I don't know what these guys have got to do to slow down Chad Winstead.
Good job, bud. Good job.
We'll see if he's in the Discord. Could sneak a word with him.
Mark, where'd you spin at?
Coming out, what is
Chad, you got a copy?
Turn 3 going into the straightaway. I just
tell us about your night there navigating the 7-turn road course.
Oh man, it's a fun track in these cars, that's for sure. You can really step out on you at any given turn. So you got to really play with the throttle. And
That's
honestly,
so
once
disappointing. I had such
once
high
we got
hopes for
going
this
there, a
race.
couple laps in, I got a good lead. Just wanted to run clean, consistent laps, and I looked down and Mark looked like he was gaining on me a little bit, so I started pushing a little bit harder. And right about the same time, I started getting a little loose. It sounds like he went off track. So from there on
Yeah,
out,
he
it was
had
just cruise.
yeah, he had a misstep up there at about the worst spot to do it, right coming uphill there in the high speed section, and ripped the whole front clip off the car, so he had to pit.
Just like Daytona, man.
Yeah, at
for
that
like the
point,
next
I
3
figured
days.
you'd be running, 116s, 117s, and we look up and you're still putting 115.5s on the board. Like, man, he's really pushing that car, and the tires seem to hold up pretty well tonight too.
Yeah, man. The tires felt good even towards the end there. It felt like I could still push it pretty consistently if I wanted to. Once we got to about lap 20, to be honest with you, I started to zone out a little bit. It's like running the same turns over and over again. I was already tired before we started this race. I'm on the East Coast and started to slip up a little bit there, so I had to lock in and just cruise.
Yeah, we've been thinking about giving you the first invitation there to come run with us on Thursday nights in the Highline Racing League. I think you're definitely ready for it, and hope you get a chance to make it out. I know you mentioned you got some work coming up maybe this Thursday, but we'll be at the fairgrounds in Nashville, and then got, I think, Kansas, Homestead, and IRP, I think, are the last few tracks on the schedule. So hopefully we'll get a chance to see you over there in Max Speed TV is broadcasts on Thursday night. See what you can do with some of the 2,000-3,000 iRating guys.
Yeah, man, I'm all for it. It sounds like it'll be some fun competition. I've actually never ran Nashville, so
Yeah,
may not be the best first race, but
well, and it's short track too. It's a tough little track, but there is actually multiple lanes there, so it'll be interesting to check that out. But I guess you'll be the first graduate kind of using Wednesday Night Dash Series here to promote into the Highline Premier Series, and certainly excited that we've been able to partner up with Stadium Scene TV and everything that they've got going on here with Wednesday Night Dash. Where are you guys headed for this series next week?
honestly, I do not remember. Let me double check real quick.
I know they were in the process of maybe switching some race dates up, so
yeah,
I didn't want to say for sure.
Next week's going to be Indy. After Indy, we've got Bristol, and then I believe they're switching Texas with another track.
So how do you feel about Indianapolis? Do you think you can keep the streak going?
I hope so. I'm feeling pretty confident after 4 in a row. If I can just get out front, stay consistent.
And that poor Mark has been second 4 weeks in a row too. That's probably getting old. So, well, anybody you want to thank here for your victory here tonight?
Just thank the usual folks. Thank you for broadcasting, and thanks for the guys for putting on the league and letting me join. It's been fun to kind of get back into iRacing with this. I used to play or race way back in the day, probably about 8 or 9 years ago, and took a long break with no sim rig and just got back into it about 2 months ago. So this has been a nice welcoming back, and just thank my wife for letting me stay up again.
Well, that's your winner here tonight, Chad Winstead. After years off from the sim rig, he's proven to us he's definitely still got it. He's knocking all the rust off and wins his 4th in a row tonight on the road course. So that's going to do it for us here live from Stadium Scene TV. We'll send you out with these end credits and see you next week. Same time, same place from Indianapolis Motor Speedway.